Alright, get ready. You're gonna have your mind blown here. It's mind blowing. That has so much potential. The best part of making art for me is the making of the art. You know, once a piece is finished, it's like it's finished, and it has a certain power when it's on the wall, but you can only interact with it so much. I feel like it changes from day to day on your mood. You know, you look at certain things and they can change, but when I'm making something, I don't know what I'm going to create. I don't know what it's going to be when it's done, and that energy is something that I want to convey in the final piece. So I want something that sits on the wall or sits on the floor, but then the audience comes up and moves it manually or presses a button and it interacts with them. So that energy of making something sort of gets transferred into the energy of watching something come alive when you participate with it. I've always been a film buff, so you know I want to see things move. I want to make a movie. I want to immerse the audience in the energy that comes with me making something. So if I'm drawing a picture, I mean, that certainly has its own energy, and I can appreciate that. But, you know, I found myself making more drawings where I wanted them to be something that I could then turn into a sculpture or a video and make those drawings actually move. I think, you know, drawings and paintings have been around for thousands of years, and that has its own energy, but I've always wanted to see things kind of pop off the wall, and I've always wanted to be immersed in this sort of fantasy land, and I feel like my work is getting more and more into that realm of here's a drawing of it, but then like let's see what happens when we can actually move around in it or make it move, or if we come up to it, what is it going to do? Is it going to react to us if I press this button or if I pull this thing? I'm sort of at that point where I'm done worrying about whether or not my work is going to sell. I don't see somebody, you know, unless they're just a really rich eccentric saying, yeah, I need that in my house. You know, let's invite people over and have them crank something or interact with this artwork. I'm kind of done with that. And so I'm sort of thinking now, like, how would I perpetuate this practice of making work for an audience that actually moves and interacts and leaves them with an experience as opposed to something that goes over their couch or over their toilet. I take pride in being willfully ignorant about electronics and mechanics, and I want to limit my understanding of it, because then I think you surprise yourself more and there's more magic in what you create. If you know too much about something, everything's lost. It's you're the expert, and there's no options. When you're a novice, everything's open. You can do anything.